In less than 48 hours of uploading the video, it got over 8,000 views, as you can see. This is the channel I created 7 days ago, and the results I got were truly crazy. And I want you to do the same. So, I'll explain my system to you step by step so you can start today. After weeks of research, I found this channel that broke every rule I thought I knew about YouTube. Animal Go Cam. It gained over 200,000 subscribers and over 182 million views from just posting these AI fish shorts. They uploaded a video a month ago, a moray eel exploring the Titanic wreckage. That single video hit 39 million views. Also, this video got 57 million views. If we take the average YouTube Shorts revenue rate of around 10 cents, that translates to more than $18,000 from all the views that this channel got. Zero filming crew, zero diving permits, zero real shark. Everything was AI-generated POV simulation. And YouTube didn't just allow it, they pushed it globally. But here's what caught my attention. Their production cost per video? Under $50. Compare that to traditional wildlife documentaries spending $800,000 for similar underwater footage. BBC's Blue Planet cost $10 million for one season. This creator is matching their visual quality in an afternoon. Look at the comments. People asking, how did you train the shark to wear a camera? They genuinely believe it's real footage. That's not deception, it's perfect execution. The AI simulation is so precise that viewers' brains accept it as authentic even though logically they know sharks don't carry GoPros. That's the level of quality we're talking about. Now here's the part most people miss when they try copying this. They generate random AI animal videos, a dolphin swimming, a whale breaching. Pretty visuals with zero story. Those videos flatline at 400 views because viewers ask, so what? The channel's crushing it right now. 10 million, 20 million, 50 million views per upload. Cracked something different. They're not making AI videos. They're creating impossible experiences. Predatory Fish with a GoPro explores a sunken Soviet submarine. I put a GoPro on a moray eel to see what the Titanic looks like inside. I attached a GoPro to a fish and it found a sunken train. These aren't random. They're historically triggered. The viewer already knows about Chernobyl. They've heard of Roman shipwrecks. The animal POV gives them access to places humans can't film. That combination is irresistible. Here's data that proves this. I analyzed 50 videos across 3 channels in this niche. The ones featuring random ocean exploration averaged 20,000 views. The ones featuring historical locations averaged 300,000 views. Same production quality, same AI tools. The only variable was the historical anchor. That's a 15 times difference. But there was one massive problem stopping me. How do you actually create this without Blender skills? Without hiring animators charging $500 per minute? Without underwater cameras costing $30,000? Most people trying this niche are either using actual diving equipment, financially impossible for 99% of creators, or prompting AI completely wrong, producing terrible results viewers scroll past instantly. But reverse engineer what works and apply the right workflow. You create cinema quality content in under an hour that people can't distinguish from real footage. So let's start setting up the channel the right way. Click your profile picture on YouTube, hit Switch Account, then View All Channels. You'll see Create a New Channel. Click it. YouTube asks for a name. Put anything temporary like Test Channel. We're fixing it properly in a moment. Now open ChatGPT. Go to the document linked in the description and copy the channel name prompt. Paste it into ChatGPT and send. You're looking for something like Ocean Go Cam, or Wild Ocean Cam, or Deep Dive Cam. Short, memorable, instantly communicates the niche. I went with Ocean Go Cam because it had that National Geographic feel. Professional, but accessible. Pick your favorite, update your channel name. Next, copy the logo prompt from the document. Paste it into ChatGPT. The logo should be simple, high contrast, recognizable even at tiny sizes on mobile screens. Think National Geographic's yellow rectangle. Simple geometric shapes stick in memory better than complex illustrations. Download it. Upload to your channel as profile picture. Last step, copy the banner prompt from the document. Send it to ChatGPT. Generate. Download. Upload to YouTube as your channel banner. Total setup time? 8 minutes from clicking Create Channel to having a fully branded presence. The strategy. Before we jump into production, you need to understand why this works at a psychological level, because most creators fail by copying surface-level tactics without grasping the underlying formula that makes people click and watch. Here's what I discovered after studying the top channels for 2 weeks straight. Every viral POV wildlife video follows a 3-layer structure. It's not random, it's not accidental. It's carefully engineered to trigger specific emotional responses at precise moments. Layer 1, historical trigger. They don't explore random coral reefs or generic ocean floors. They choose locations already living in viewers' minds. Titanic, Amelia Earhart's plane, Chernobyl reactor, these names carry built-in curiosity because they're connected to stories people already know. I studied dozens of videos in this niche. Generic titles describing random ocean locations averaged 20,000 views, but videos that referenced well-known historical sites in the title often reached 300,000 plus views consistently. Why? Because Titanic activates existing neural pathways in the viewer's brain. They already have emotions connected to that word: curiosity, tragedy, mystery, wonder. The video taps into pre-existing emotional infrastructure instead of building it from scratch. Layer 2. Impossible access. Humans fundamentally cannot film these locations from this perspective. The Titanic sits 12,500 feet underwater in pitch darkness. Amelia Earhart's plane, if ever found, would be in remote shark-infested Pacific waters. The Apollo 11 landing site is on the moon 238,900 miles away. Normal documentary crews simply cannot access these spots with this level of intimacy, but a shark with a camera can. The viewer knows that last one is obviously fictional, but they suspend disbelief because the payoff is seeing something genuinely impossible. The viewer understands intellectually that this is AI-generated simulation. They don't care. They're getting a perspective they would never see otherwise through any amount of money or technology. That's the value exchange. You're selling impossible access, not realism. Layer 3. Dramatic payoff. Around the 15-second mark, the animal discovers something emotionally charged. A skeleton in a captain's uniform still sitting at the Titanic's helm. A locked safe covered in barnacles and rust. A mysterious sealed hatch that shouldn't exist in that location. These aren't random environmental details. They're carefully chosen story beats that make viewers comment, share, and remember. Production process. Alright, now we reverse engineer success with surgical precision. We're using Gemini and Grok, but we're doing this scientifically based on data, not randomly hoping for results. Step 1. Gemini channel analysis. First, grab the Animal GoCam channel URL, copy it, open Gemini in a new browser tab, paste the link, and type. Analyze this YouTube channel in detail. Here's why we're using Gemini specifically instead of ChatGPT. ChatGPT cannot access live YouTube data. If you ask it to analyze a channel, it'll give you generic advice about being consistent and making good thumbnails without actually seeing the content. Gemini actually watches the videos in real time. It breaks down visual patterns, frame by frame, pacing rhythms, color grading choices, camera movement physics, audio signature patterns. Let Gemini process for 2 to 3 minutes depending on how much content the channel has. When it returns results, you'll have data you could never gather manually without watching 50 videos while taking detailed technical notes. This is intelligence that would take you hours of manual analysis to compile. Gemini delivers it in under 3 minutes and finds patterns you wouldn't consciously notice even after extensive watching. Step 2. Deep dive top performers. Now navigate to the channel's Shorts tab. Select Popular. You'll see their top performing content ranked by views. Copy the URLs of the top 5 shorts, specifically the ones with 20 million, 30 million, 50 million views. Go back to the document linked in description. Copy the video analysis prompt. This is a specially engineered prompt that tells Gemini exactly what patterns to look for. Paste it into Gemini, along with those 5 video URLs stacked vertically. Hit send. What Gemini does next is genuinely remarkable from a technical standpoint. It analyzes all 5 videos simultaneously. When Gemini finishes processing all this data, you're looking at the secret formula, the exact blueprint that videos with 50+ million views are following. That's not theoretical guesswork, that's hard data extracted from videos with 182 million combined views. You now have the exact frame-by-frame timing that makes people watch, comment, and share instead of scroll past. Step 3. Generate video ideas. Now we weaponize Gemini's accumulated knowledge. Copy the ideas generation prompt from the document. Paste it into Gemini. Send. This prompt asks Gemini to generate 10 story concepts following the exact patterns it just identified from those successful videos. Not random animal adventures. Stories with the same precise emotional beats, identical pacing rhythm, and matching discovery structure. Gemini returns 10 complete outlines. Each one has a clearly defined hook moment, a specific conflict or mystery, environmental buildup with escalating tension, a twist discovery, and a resolution that leaves questions unanswered. Step 4. Scene breakdown. Copy the scene generation prompt. Paste it into Gemini along with your chosen topic. Send. Gemini breaks your story concept into 8 to 10 individual scenes that together form a complete narrative arc. But these aren't vague scene descriptions like, Scene 3, turtle swims forward. These are detailed, technically specific AI video prompts with every visual element explicitly defined. Complete visual description with exact compositional details. The AI knows exactly what visual elements to create and how they should behave. That precision is the difference between professional AI content that looks intentionally cinematic versus amateur content that looks randomly generated. Once Gemini creates all your scene prompts, you should have 5 highly detailed descriptions. Each will generate as approximately a 6-second video clip when rendered, giving you 25 to 30 seconds of total footage to work with. Step 5. Grok generation with continuation technique. Copy your first complete scene prompt including every detail. Open Grok in a new browser tab. Click Imagine and select Video. This next step is crucial for quality. Use Grok specifically, not other AI video generators. I extensively tested Runway, Pika, and several others. They all struggle with POV camera physics. They try to make movement too realistic and smooth, which paradoxically makes it feel fake. Real GoPro footage shakes. It bobs with breathing. It captures random glimpses of the animal's body in frame edges. Grok's model specifically handles this handheld camera behavior better than alternatives. Set your aspect ratio to vertical 9:16 format. Paste your first scene prompt into the generation field. Click Generate. This typically takes 3 to 4 minutes depending on current server load. When Scene 1 finishes generating, watch it multiple times critically. Now pay close attention because this next technique separates amateur AI content from professional results. When you're satisfied with Scene 1, right-click directly on the video's final frame, the very last moment before it ends. Select Save Frame as Image from the context menu. This captures that exact final frame as a static image file on your computer. When you're ready to generate Scene 2, go back to Imagine, click on the image icon, then select Animate Image, then upload that saved final frame from Scene 1, click Cancel Video so that it doesn't create a different video than what we want. Then, paste your second scene prompt into the generation field and click Generate. What this technique accomplishes is telling Grok's AI, continue the visual narrative from precisely this point in space and time. Match this exact lighting condition, match this environmental mood, match this camera position and angle, maintain this character placement. The AI sees where Scene 1 concluded and attempts to maintain visual continuity instead of starting completely fresh with random initialization. This creates seamless transitions between consecutive scenes. The underwater environment doesn't randomly shift from murky green to crystal blue between cuts. The lighting doesn't inexplicably jump from dim to bright. The animal doesn't teleport to a different position. The story flows naturally like one continuous shot instead of looking like disconnected clips awkwardly spliced together. This single technique is honestly the difference between AI content that screams, "This was made by someone who doesn't know what they're doing," versus content that makes viewers think, "Wow, how did they film this?" Repeat this exact continuation process for all remaining scenes. Total generation time from first prompt to final scene, approximately 15 to 20 minutes for a complete short with 4 to 5 scenes. Now compare that to the traditional approach. Recording actual underwater footage requires days of planning, $30,000 plus in specialized equipment, weather-dependent filming windows, and expert divers. You're producing equivalent or better visual results in under an hour from your bedroom. Step 6. CapCut assembly and polish. Download all your generated scene videos to your computer. Open CapCut and create a new project. Import all your video clips into CapCut's media library. You should have 4 to 5 clips, each roughly 6 seconds in duration. Drag Scene 1 onto the main timeline. Watch it from absolute start to finish while paying attention to pacing. AI video generators sometimes produce a brief moment of visual initialization at the start of clips, like the model is warming up before the real action begins. You'll notice perhaps half a second where nothing meaningful happens. Trim that dead space out immediately. Drag Scene 2 onto the timeline immediately after Scene 1. Watch the transition point between them carefully. If you executed the frame continuation technique correctly, the transition should feel relatively smooth and natural. Continue adding scenes 3, 4, 5, and onward in narrative order. Once all scenes are arranged sequentially on your timeline, watch the complete sequence from start to finish. Watch it exactly like a viewer scrolling through shorts would experience it. Here's the massive time-saving advantage that most tutorial creators never mention. You don't need to manually add music or sound effects. Grok generates videos with environmental audio already integrated based on your scene prompts. Background ocean ambience matching your specified mood. Sound effects automatically placed where physical actions occur. Bubble acoustics, water rushing sounds, metal creaking, rocks shifting, it's all pre-baked into the generated video files. That single feature saves literally hours of tedious sound design work. In traditional video editing workflows, finding appropriate music tracks, downloading individual sound effects, syncing them precisely to visual actions, balancing audio levels so nothing overwhelms dialogue, that's where 40% of total editing time disappears. Here it's completely automatic based on your initial prompts. One final element commonly used in viral videos is the pattern interrupt hook. Scrub through your timeline to approximately the 10 to 15 second mark where your dramatic discovery moment happens. Find the single most visually arresting frame, the moment the skeleton appears, the treasure chest is revealed, the mysterious hatch becomes visible. Duplicate that scene. Place it at the absolute beginning of your video for 1 to 2 seconds. Then, let the actual narrative beginning play. This technique is the DNA of viral wildlife POV content. Viewers mindlessly scrolling through shorts see that dramatic frozen moment. Their pattern recognition systems detect something unusual. They stop scrolling and watch to discover when that shocking moment occurs in the story. It's visual pattern interruption that forces initial engagement. This is the final video. Export your final assembled video at 1080. Step 7. The title formula. Your title must follow a specific proven DNA structure, not random descriptions like cool shark video or amazing ocean content. Study what consistently works. Predatory fish with a GoPro explores a sunken Soviet submarine. I put a GoPro on a moray eel to see what the Titanic looks like inside. I attached a GoPro to a fish, and it found a sunken train. The precise formula: animal plus active verb plus specific historical location plus camera type / POV indicator. This structure isn't arbitrary, it simultaneously triggers 3 distinct psychological elements. Animal equals immediate recognition, everyone knows what sharks are, creates instant mental imagery. Historical location equals existing curiosity, Titanic / Chernobyl already have emotional associations in viewers' mind. POV / GoPro equals novelty promise, signals a new perspective on familiar subject matter. That specific combination of familiar plus novel is why viewers click and why YouTube's recommendation algorithm pushes it to millions of additional viewers who've shown interest in any of those 3 elements. Also, when uploading the video, make sure to check the Altered Content option to indicate that the video contains AI-generated material. This won't harm your channel. This video clearly states it includes AI content and it went viral. Results. Now let's examine what actually happened with real data. I uploaded my first video at 5 p.m. After 2 hours, it got more than 300 views. 4 likes. After 1 day, it got more than 1,700 views and 13 likes. The 5th video, after less than 48 hours, it got more than 8,000 views. By the end of day 7, the channel got 23 subscribers. For context, that's viral level performance metrics for a completely brand new channel with 0 existing authority, no previous uploads, and no promotion beyond organic YouTube discovery. That's not luck. That's not the algorithm randomly blessing one upload. That's systematic execution of a proven formula producing strong results. This is just from 1 upload a day, so what will happen if I uploaded 3 or 5 a day? What I want you to understand deeply is this. Success on YouTube isn't mysterious. It's not about catching lightning in a bottle or hoping the algorithm notices you. It's about reverse engineering what already works, then executing it with precision and consistency. The results follow the system, and when the system is clear, success stops feeling random and starts making a lot more sense. If you want more viral faceless AI niches like this, watch the playlist appearing on the screen.